Phoenix is one of the most popular retirement destinations in the entire country, and with over 300 days of sunshine, tons of golf courses, and some of the best retirement communities, you can see why. But Phoenix is far from perfect. There are some real challenges that people don't always realize until they've already moved here. And today I'm going to share 4 of the biggest reasons why someone might actually regret retiring in Phoenix. And trust me, even if you love the idea of desert living, these are things you'll want to consider before making such a big decision. My name is Kody Romero, and I'm a local realtor who was born and raised right here in Phoenix. I help people make the move to the valley every day, so if you have any questions, just reach out anytime. The first reason we'll discuss is the water issue. Water is the single biggest long-term challenge facing Phoenix. Arizona relies heavily on the Colorado River, and with ongoing drought conditions, that water supply is shrinking. Phoenix has done a really good job planning for growth, but the reality is that water is a limited resource. Now, your faucet isn't just going to stop working one day, but it can lead to a few issues such as rising water bills. If we get to a situation where we need to conserve more water, the utility companies will likely raise water prices in an effort to limit usage. We may also see restrictions in the future that limit grass lawns, leading to more desert-friendly landscaping, which we already have a lot of. But with this being said, I want to share a fun fact with you that puts my mind at ease about our water usage. Since 1980, the population in Phoenix has more than doubled, from 780,000 residents to over 1.6 million today. Despite this huge increase in population, we actually use less water today than we did back then. A lot of this is thanks to our water conservation efforts, including more desert landscaping and great water reclamation methods. 99% of our wastewater here in Phoenix is reclaimed to be used for golf courses, crops, and cooling our power plants. So Phoenix isn't going to be running out of water tomorrow, but it is a concern for a lot of people, and rightfully so. But we've gotten really great at water conservation in Phoenix, so we'll probably be just fine. Before we move on, if you're considering retirement in Phoenix and you're interested in some of our 55+ communities, I created a completely free guide and spreadsheet that compares all of them in one place. All you have to do is send me a quick email or call or text, and I'll send you your free copy. The guide compares all of the different communities, including what amenities they offer, the HOA fees, the home prices, and even the golf fees. So just reach out to me and I'll send that right over to you. For decades, Phoenix was considered a bargain for retirees compared to places like California or Florida. But over the last 10 to 15 years, affordability has taken a hit. And this will be our next reason. Phoenix isn't as affordable as it once was. The median home price in Phoenix has more than doubled since 2010, and in many of the popular retirement suburbs like Peoria, Goodyear, or Scottsdale, prices are even higher. While Arizona doesn't tax Social Security, other retirement income can be taxed, and property taxes and HOA fees can add up quickly. If you're coming from states like California, Colorado, or Washington, then Phoenix will seem extremely affordable to you. Everything from home prices to taxes will generally be lower. But if you're moving from the Midwest or the South, then it's likely going to be more expensive for you here in Phoenix. The good news is that in Phoenix, we have some of the lowest property taxes in the entire country. Many people move here expecting Phoenix to stretch their retirement dollars, and while it can still be more affordable than the coasts, it's not the low-cost haven that it once was. Phoenix is now the 5th largest city in the United States, and the metro area keeps growing fast. With that growth comes traffic that is getting worse by the day. This is our third reason that you might regret moving here. Our major freeways, the I-10, the 101, the I-17 are all busier than ever, especially during morning and evening rush hours. And Phoenix is very spread out. If you live in Surprise, but you have a doctor's appointment in Scottsdale, you're looking at a pretty long drive, and that's before you factor in traffic. And with Phoenix being so spread out, everyone has to drive everywhere. We also have minimal public transportation, and almost no areas in the valley are going to be truly walkable outside of maybe Verrado and downtown Phoenix. Even things like getting to Costco, meeting friends for dinner, or going to a sporting event can take longer than newcomers expect. The key is to time your trips. If you can avoid rush hour, then our traffic is not bad at all. But if you're driving into downtown in the morning or out of downtown in the evening, you will run into traffic backups. For retirees who picture entered a slower pace of life, the constant driving and growing traffic can be frustrating, and as you get older, driving everywhere, especially at night or all the way across town, can become more of a burden. Now, on to our fourth reason. Everyone knows that Phoenix is hot, but living here year-round is a different experience than just visiting in the winter. We're talking weeks, sometimes months, of 100+ degree days. In fact, Phoenix has set records recently for the longest stretch of extreme heat in US history. And it's not just the daytime highs. Summer nights often stay in the 90s, which means there's no cooling off period like you might expect in other hot places. For about 4 months of the year, many retirees end up spending most of their time indoors. Golfing, walking the dog, gardening, or even running errands during the day becomes tough or even unsafe. The only bright side about our summer heat is that we have almost no humidity here. I have a lot of clients that come into town in the summer and they say our 102 degree day feels much better than where they're coming from, where it's 85 degrees with 90% humidity. If you imagined being outdoors all the time in retirement, the summer heat can be a rude awakening. A lot of locals adapt by spending a lot of time in northern Arizona in the summer, which can be 20 degrees cooler and is only 1 to 2 hours away. It's also a great idea to plan your vacations in the summer months. My wife and I try to get out of town a few times each summer just to escape the heat for a few days at a time. Now, if you're planning to snowbird and spend your summers somewhere else, Phoenix is about as perfect as you can find. But if you plan to be here full time, this is something you absolutely need to think about. So let's recap. The 4 big reasons you might regret retiring in Phoenix are long-term water concerns, rising costs that make it less affordable than it once was, heavier traffic as the metro area keeps growing, and summers that are even hotter and longer than most people expect. Phoenix still has a lot going for it, and for many people, the sunshine and active lifestyle outweigh these drawbacks. But it's important to go in with your eyes wide open so you're not surprised after making such a big move. If you're thinking about retiring here, I've got a free 55+ guide and comparison spreadsheet that goes into way more detail about the various 55+ communities, the costs, and what to expect. It will talk about the HOA costs, the home prices, and even the golf fees, along with outlining what different amenities each community offers. Just send me a quick email or a call or text and I'll send you your free copy. If you've enjoyed this video and you want to see why so many people are choosing to retire in Phoenix despite the negatives we spoke about today, click here to watch my video on that topic.